What's up, everybody? It is October 28th, 2021. I Something extraordinary happened early this morning around 3:44 a.m. I know that because I checked my clock when it happened because I just wanted to see what time it was because I get up early to go to work. And I figured, okay, if it's time to go to work, it's time, but it wasn't. It was only 3:44 a.m. It's time for me to go back to sleep. Something woke me up, something outworldly, and I swear what I am telling you is not a lie. No exaggeration. I swear on my most prized possession. I swear on my dogs. I swear on my grandmother's soul. What I tell you, what I tell you is not like I'm not pulling your leg. I'm not pulling your leg at all. This is honest God truth. 3:44 a.m. Uh, my bed was shaking. My bed was shaking. When this was happening, the only movie that came to my mind was The Exorcist. What happened was I felt this shaking sensation, right? I heard the bedpost banging against the wall. I finally wake up. It's dark in my room, right? With some illumination from the street lights seeping into the windows, but so I was able to actually see with my own eyes and hear with my own ears and feel with my own sensations. This was actually happening. This was not a hallucination. Nothing. All right. I turned the light on, right? Everything is still kind of shaking, like it's settling down, like an earthquake is settling down. But I live in New Jersey. There was no earthquakes last night. No earthquakes. No earthquakes. Nothing. Nothing. My bed was shaking. I think I got a demon. I was doing some research on the internet. I think the demon is called an incubus. I'm researching ways on how to combat the demon. I am a self-ordained minister. No, I don't really practice the ministry as much as I probably should. Maybe this is a maybe this is a sign for things to come. Maybe this is God trying to tell me something. But you know something? I am relieved about one thing. That one thing. No, not last night, this morning. Solved my one suspicion. I mean, listen, in my 40 years of being on this earth, I have seen things and heard things that'll just make you go, what the fuck? When I was a little kid, and this is back when I was sleeping in the crib, the lights would be off. There would be this really dark figure in the room. The darkest thing in the fucking room. It would be a shadow, like a silhouette, right? Now they say these things are, I don't know the exact name for those entities, but it's supposed to be associated with sleep paralysis. I've experienced that. Many of you have experienced that. Members of my family have experienced that. My mom says she experienced sleep paralysis many times. I wasn't paralyzed though this morning, but I seen that entity. I've seen I've seen the corner pages of a dictionary just kind of like flick, if you will. The corner of my eye saw that, and my left ear heard that. It was almost like I was saying to the ghost, I saw that. I saw that. I wasn't scared at that time. I was like 25. Scariest, or should I say the most disturbing thing I could think of as far as paranormal during my 20s was when a couple of nights I'd be sleeping at my grandmom's house. And I would ask my grandmom the next morning, like, Grandmom, are you all right? I heard you walking up and down the hallways. What are you, because, I figured maybe she had a problem, like, it calls her to go to the bathroom a lot or something like that. She'd say to me, no, I was in my room the whole time. She told me, yeah, we got spirits in that house, you know what I mean? Just like in The Exorcist, you'd be hearing, like, scratching on the walls and whatnot. I remember when my grandmom asked me to watch the house for her one time because she was going on a bus trip for a whole week. So I said, okay, I'll watch it. You know what I mean? Yeah, just watching my grandmom's house. Well, anyway, now this was like I was about 20 years old at this time, and I remember having some really weird dreams, and this actually, ironically, is when I borrowed the novel of the movie The Exorcist from a friend of mine at that time. That probably had something to do with it because I was seeing some visuals from the novel in my head when I'm reading it. You know what I'm saying? That probably had something to do with it. I felt some kind of like way where I just had to sleep with the lights on and the cover over my head, and I'd be thirsty or I'd be wanting to piss. I held that shit in and I resisted my urge to get water, and I waited till that fucking sun came up. It was only when the sun came up did I feel safe enough to move from that area. You know what I'm saying? I felt relieved every time I walked out the house. Eventually, she got a sister to bless the house. Spirits went away. And I remember, like, 3 years ago, my grandma passed away. Well, she passed away 3 years ago, but it was a year that she was an entire year that she was in a nursing home, and somebody bought her house. Guess what? They had problems with spirits too. So it's not just us. So sometimes ghosts are not following you. They claim it's certain territory. It's just the way it is. But last night was the only time, and mind you, I went back to sleep after this happened. I went back to sleep because I had to get, you had to get your rest. You gotta go to work. And that's eventually what you gotta tell these fucking things. Like, whatever. Look, I gotta go to work. I mean, we can only dance around this shit so long. But last night was really the only night I actually felt physical, the physicalness, whatever that was, paranormal. So really, even after all my experience with the paranormal, I was always worried about life. And even though last night, which may happen again tonight, tomorrow night, which may happen again in the future as well. I have to learn how to combat this thing, how to fight it off. So that was the only time I actually felt the physical power. It's been rocking me ever since. I've been telling people, they're skeptical to believe me. Many probably think I'm crazy. I mean, they already think I'm crazy, but not insane. I'm not insane. definitely not insane. What happened this morning was extraordinary. I wish I had it on record because it actually happened. And if any of you have anything similar to tell, share in the comments below. And also catch me on my live streams when I'm streaming on with Mortal Kombat under the name of Scarlet Prime, because Scarlet is my primary character in Mortal Kombat 11, with Cassie Cage and Jade as my sub mains. And I hope you all have a safe and happy Halloween this weekend. Take care.